moving on. Hi guys. So it's the next day. Unfortunately. I mean, fortunately it's the next day, but unfortunately meaning I wanted to finish this book in 2 days, but I couldn't. I mean, the size. It's not my fault. Anyways, I continued reading. I read a bit of part 3. So I assumed that this book has like 3 parts, but apparently it has 4. The last 2 parts are really short compared to the first 2 parts. Where do I begin? So Nesta is back with Cassian. They are back to Valaris and they're training again and everything. And Nesta had this really tough realization about herself and her trauma and everything out in the mountain with Cassian. And yeah, I felt really bad reading that because she mainly talked about her dad and about the war and how she feels about everything that she has done, and she feels horrible about it. But I just hope she does something to redeem herself, as I keep saying, and hopefully she will do it. I still have around 250 pages left. Let's see. So she had this vision while she was at this musical place. Okay, not musical place, but that she went to with Gwyn. And she had this vision of where the harp is, one of the Dread Trove. Why do I keep saying Death Trove? Anyways, so that's at the cave, that prison thingy where the bone carver was. She and Cassian, they went there to retrieve the harp because she's very confident that it's there. High chances it is there because she's like this cool girl now who can like envision many things. But I have a feeling something's gonna happen there because it's a very dangerous place. Either she's gonna learn something very useful to the plot there, or something bad is gonna happen. Oh, this is so cute. Nesta just said, Gwyn and Emery are my friends, but I think you might be too, Cassian. Cassian's silence was palpable. He said, I've always been your friend, Nesta. Always. Cassian, he's just so precious. Okay, I was right. There is this really creepy dude called Lantis. And he's saying very weird stuff, like how he's gonna rule the world with Nesta, etc, etc. Basically, he's showing her the vision and it's so graphic and so disgusting. I really like that they named the sword, what is it? Ataraxia. It's such a cool name, isn't it? I think it's super cool. Oh my god, Nesta just said sorry to Farah. Yes, girl. Good. I'm happy about this. I genuinely am. So she's saying, I'm sorry for what I said to you in Amrin's apartment. I'm truly sorry. And Farah says, don't worry about it. Nesta says, I spoke in anger and I'm sorry. And Farah said, I forgive you. Farah is just... God, I love Farah. Like, she's so humble. She's like this selfless person. God, I love her. Whoa, what's up with the sun, man? But anyways, as I'm recording this, my friend Isha's diary, is sending me messages, rants about this book. Wait, what did she write? I swear, she has the funniest text emojis that she uses. She's in her I hate Nesta phase. Anyways, as I was saying, Farah is the standard for me in this book in terms of FMC, but I'm glad that finally Nesta said sorry. She doesn't just feel sorry and does shit, but she actually feels sorry and says sorry, which is a good improvement, and I appreciate that, and I am happy. Sort of. Yeah, I am. Yeah. Farah is a very inspiring character for me, and Farah taught me to be a better person, so let's forgive. So they're trying to make Eris, that guy who screwed up with more long back. And Rhysand wants Nesta to dance with Eris. And Nesta is like, you want me to dance with Eris? Rhys is like, I want you to seduce him. I don't know, this is just... Why do I feel like Rhys is having a lot of fun in this? And Cassian is like losing his shit, literally. And he's like, why Nesta? And Rhysand is like, I won't let Farah within 5 feet of him. More might kill him, and Amren is more likely to scare him off. And then win him over. So you and Elaine are the only options. And Farah says, Elaine doesn't go near him. And you won't let me near him? How dare you, Rhysand? You won't let me near him? Yes, girl, tell him. Rhysand he threw her a charming smile. You know what I mean. Farah says, rolling her eyes, you're becoming insufferable. What do you mean you're becoming? He has been insufferable forever. So Nesta is like talking to Cassian about all the shit that she has done throughout her life. She's talking about her dad. I wouldn't even let him sleep in the bed when the debtors shattered his leg. I was so lost in my grief and rage and sorrow that I wanted him to feel a fraction of what I did. I understand being so angry and wanting the person that you're angry with feel how you're feeling, even a fraction, but not letting your dad sleep on the bed after people literally just broke his leg. Yeah. And she says, he had to have known how awful I was. Well, obviously. And yet, he never yelled. Well, that's a dad for you, isn't it? That enraged me too. Whoa, girl. And then he named a ship after me, sailed it into battle. I don't understand why. Cassian says, you were his daughter. And she asks, and that's an explanation? Like, this girl, I don't know, man. I think she doesn't understand how love works or relationship works. Obviously, that's an explanation. Like, I feel bad for her, but at the same time, I'm like, girl, why? Who gave you the reason to doubt everybody around you so much? Like, what and who gave you the reason? Because she was initially very well off. Her mom loved her. Her dad apparently loved her. Farah used to be the only one who used to call her out for her wrongdoings. And that's why she hated Farah. So I don't know what went wrong with her, to be honest. I understand her post-war sadness, but I don't understand her pre-war sadness, you know? I spent the entire time more terrified for what they'd do to me and Elaine. Of course, we're not thinking about Farah. I didn't just fail Farah by letting her go into the woods. There were plenty of other times. Have you ever told her this? Cassian asks. She snorts. No, I don't know how. Like, okay, fine. You don't know how? I get it. So maybe you'll learn. Okay. Why? Why did you fail her? That's my question. Anyways, whatever. Nesta is thanking Morrigan. So she says, thank you, Morrigan. Mor is like, it's just Mor, you know? Emran is the only person in the court who calls me Morrigan. And that's because she's a cranky old bastard. I love Emran, shut up. So Nesta is inside the house, you know, her friend house. Like, the house which is her friend. And she's actually willing to try a fire. I think this is amazing. Didn't know why the rush of pride that filled her chest made her want to laugh and whoop and dance around the room. She had not failed. She had faced it and survived. She had made this small initial step. This is actually very sweet. I am very proud of her. This is amazing. Wait, I'm gonna annotate this. I just said the house is her friend. I mean, now the house literally showed Nesta the house's dark parts, you know? And Nesta is like, you're my friend and my home. Thank you for sharing this with me. I want to live in this house, please. Oh god. Cassian just said Elaine in black was ridiculous. Cassian is like so jealous, you know, that Eris is dancing with Farah. So now it's Nesta and Cassian dancing. He's nervous. He's so nervous. Rhysand is smiling. Well, trying not to smile. He's so cunning. I love him. Oh, Elaine met Nesta. And she's... Whoa. What the... This girl, like... So, Elaine met Nesta. And she's like telling her, please don't upset Farah, it's her birthday first of all, blah blah blah. And Nesta literally said F you. Like, she snapped. And now she feels bad, but she needs anger management therapy. Like Tamlin. Oh, she says I'm sorry. That's good. Nesta learned how to say sorry. That's an improvement, isn't it? Elaine is like laughing. She's like, you've never said such a thing to me. I think it's a good sign, isn't it? I think it is. She's not keeping everything bottled up, so that's good. But I wish she was less meaner. Oh my god, Azriel. His gaze shifted to Elaine. No. And though it was utterly neutral, something charged went through it. I'm not happy about it. Please, I don't want Azriel to end up with Elaine. Please, no, no. Oof. He's too cool for her. He should only be with me. So they're like in this room, okay, and there are many empty seats. And Cassian saw Nesta, and he rose from his seat, offering it to her, even though there were a dozen more in the room. Shut up. I understand Elaine not liking Lucian, and obviously if you don't like somebody, you don't have to force it. But I feel bad for Lucian because, I just feel bad. He's a good guy, even though he messed up a lot in the first 2 books. But he knows that he messed up. And I just feel bad for him now because it's just sad. The Lucian just asked Nesta, how's the training? And Nesta says, good. We're learning how to disembowel a male. And Moore says, my favorite part of training. Nesta is saying that she doesn't like holidays. She thinks that these are stupid. Azriel, my boy, he says, no, I don't think they're stupid. They pull people together and bring them joy. They are a time to pause and reflect and gather, and those are never bad things. I just want to give him a hug. So they're exchanging gifts, okay? And Farah has given the most thoughtful gift to Cassian. It's a painting of the 3 of them, like the 3 bad boys, of when they won the blood right. Reason number 1251 of why I left Farah. Elaine didn't give a damn about Lucian's gifts, which were earrings. I feel bad for Lucian. Azriel is giving Nesta a gift. And she says, I didn't get you anything. And Azriel says, I know, I don't mind. Oh my god. Azriel literally gave her this really fancy Fae booklight. Okay, wait. You can attach this to whatever book you're reading and the little ball of Fae light will shine. So you don't have to squint when you're reading at night. That is so thoughtful. So just imagine, he's giving this gift, such a thoughtful gift, to his brother's girlfriend. What is he gonna give to his girlfriend or his mate? Cassian gave her something called a symphonia, which is basically a recorder / speaker in Fae world. You know that Nesta was dancing, right? And there was music. And she loved the music so much. So what Cassian did is got this symphonia, the recorder, and went back to the place where they were dancing, asked the musician to play that song again so that he could record it. So that Nesta could play that song whenever she wants. Because she knows how much that song meant to her. And Cassian, while telling her all this, he's blushing. Because that's the most important thing, okay? Cassian is blushing. Oh my god. Obliterating every last beat of that inner wall, raising mountains and forests, wiping the world clean with light and pleasure, stars crashing down from the heavens in a never-ending rain. Wow, Sarah. Wow, Sarah. What a comparison. So Cassian is like super late for this snowball fight, okay? And Nesta is like, you 3, the most feared warriors in all the land, have an annual snowball fight? Illyrian babies. What do you expect? Cassian's POV. Nesta laughed. The sound might as well have been a lightning strike to his head for how much it rocked him, that laugh. Fictional men. Oh my god. We're talking about Azriel, okay? But his attention was fixed on a young priestess, admiration and quiet encouragement shining from his face. This is a ship I'm gonna support. Because I love Gwen. She's so sweet. Oh my god, Gwen and Azriel, they're like having these interactions. But there's nothing flirty in here. But still I like it way more than I like him with Elaine. I actually don't like him with Elaine at all, so... Gwen says, see you tomorrow, Shadow Singer. Az stared after her, brows high with amusement. Yes, Az, fall for her, please. Love her. How much do I have left, man? Why is this book not ending? Okay, Nesta fell to one knee and bowed her head. I'm sorry, she's saying, to Amren. And obviously, Amryn being Amryn, she forgives her. But I really like this about Nesta. Good, good. Amryn says the coolest things, okay? You know the darkness will always remain, but how you choose to face it, handle it, that's the most important part. Do not let it consume, to focus upon the good, the things that fill you with wonder. I love Amryn. Like, she's so cool. I love her. Whoa, what? Nesta is Cassian's mate. Wait, let me finish reading. Okay. Cassian always knew Nesta was his mate. I mean, I knew too. I think the whole fandom knew or knows or whatever. To be honest, I did not think about it once while reading this book. Like, I knew it from before. Like, obviously, they're a pair. They are mates. But I totally forgot about it. So I'm like very shocked right now. Even though I'm not. Does that make sense? Nesta says, if I become your mate, then I will lose the last thing of humanity that I have in me. Cassian just said, I didn't have a choice in being shackled to you either. Bro, shackled? Cassian is like, that was an incredibly poor choice of words. Wow, they're mates. And they figured it out. Well, they guessed it from way before, but they figured it out during the last smut. That heavenly rain smut. No wonder they figured it out. I think we'll finally have some action. To be honest, this book has been just Nesta screwing up and finally saying sorry in the last couple of pages and smut. I'm not complaining, but plot-wise it was very... I mean, there were some scenes, good scenes plot-wise, but nothing compared to Sarah's previous books. But I guess finally we'll have some action. Yeah, I'll read a bit later on. I'll take a break now. So I started part 4 and it seems like Nesta and the other 2 girls, they were abducted and thrown into that training to become an Illyrian warrior. And well, obviously Cassian is freaking out and telling everybody to get them out. And so is Farah. But Reese is telling her that apparently this is the law. And once they're inside, this competition, even he can have a say in it. Which I think is really stupid. Because what is this tradition thing? Come on. I mean, Reese should have the power to do anything. And Cassian is telling Reese, why don't you go with Azriel? Well, I go to Nesta. And Reese is like, I can't go. And they finally break the news to everybody about the vow that, the unbreakable bond between Farah and Reese, and the tattoo, basically. The bargain, yeah? Amryn began massaging her temples, muttering a prayer for sanity. She's like, oh God, help them. Azriel said, you made a bargain to die together? Amryn hissed, romantic, idealistic fools. Amryn massaged her temples again. Okay, a lot of fighting has been going on from Nesta's scenes, okay? The girlie is having a tough time, but so is Emery and Gwyn. I really like the bond that they made, these 3 especially. I think it's really beautiful. Oh my God, I'm just reading Gwyn's past. How she was... Azriel is the one who came to save her. He gave me his cloak and wrapped me in it. And the fact that these 2 have history together just solidifies my want for them to end up together and not Azriel with Elaine. Please, please. I have 50 pages left. Oh, finally. Nesta is literally carrying Gwyn on the back and climbing a mountain. Nesta decided to stay back and fight the bad guys while Gwyn and Emery keep going forward. Whoa! So this bad guy asked Nesta, you really think you can beat me in hand-to-hand combat? And she says, she's like all bloodied, okay? And she's saying, I do, because my mate taught me well. I love this. I love this. Her acknowledging that Cassian is her mate and her being proud of Cassian just makes me so happy. Because Cassian deserves all the freaking love in the world. He's so sweet. He's so supportive and so caring when it comes to Nesta. Not just Nesta, everybody, to be honest, but especially Nesta. Cassian just killed the bad guy. What's his name? Belius? Oh my god, he came to save Nesta. But he was with the queen. Am I reading this wrong? Wait, is Cassian being controlled by this old queen? Because he just told her, now I'm going to slit your pretty little throat. Yeah. My god, this is just cruel. Come on, don't make him do this. Cassian literally just plunged the knife to his own heart. Oh my god, please, 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 please. I know he's not gonna die, but please. While Nesta was literally killing the queen off, Cassian was just playing dead. You are my mate, Cassian, and you're mine. Oh god, it's Farah. Oh my god, she's having the baby, I think. Oh my god, it's a premature baby. They're gonna attempt a C-sec. Rhysand is screaming. Farah is dying. What is Nesta doing? Whoa, Nesta is using all the three. Nesta stopped time. Nesta literally just stopped time and asked the cauldron to save Farah, Rhysand, and the baby in return of her power that she took from the cauldron originally. Farah didn't die. The baby's crying. It's a full-term baby with wings. Rhys went to Nesta. Oh my god, he fell to his knees. Thank you, he's saying. He's crying. He bowed his head, he's crying and saying thank you to Nesta. Nesta dropped to the carpet, lifted Rhys's face in her hand. Then she threw her arms around the High Lord and held him tightly. This is so wholesome. Now we have Nesta, Rhys, Farah, and everybody else all loving each other. No hate anymore. Yeah. But this chapter really did break my heart, but at the same time, by the end of it, it put back everything together, so yeah. They named the baby Nyx, which I already knew, but still, it's so cute. Nesta just gave Cassian a biscuit. I remember how Farah had like a whole meal, set for Rhysand and said eat, because that's what maids do, right? And Nesta is like, have a biscuit. I just read this conversation between Ares and Cassian. I'm really curious about Ares because he seems like this really sus character. We all knew that he's a bad guy and what he did to Mor was beyond horrible. But I just learned that he gets tortured by his own father. I don't know, it seems like he's hiding something, and as Cassian pointed out, he doesn't seem like a bad guy after all. Maybe it's just the situation. I'd love to read more about him in the next book. Cassian can't stop calling Nesta mate. Oh, that's so cute. Rhys can't stop buying Nesta presents. Nesta had to order him to stop. I love Rhys. People who love Nesta should stop hating on Rhys and vice versa, meaning people who love Rhys, aka me, should stop hating Nesta, because these two seem to be having a really good relationship now, so... Farah, Nyx, the baby, Elaine, and Nesta, they just went to their father's grave. Done. I did it, guys, I did it. I am really happy that I finally finished this book. It was never ending. It wasn't ending. I don't know why. But I'm really proud of myself because I could finish this in 3 days. But to be honest, I believe it was thanks to the audiobook. If I hadn't listened to it, then maybe it would have taken me longer. And I highly recommend the audiobook if you are an audiobook reader or you want to just explore audiobooks, because it was really good. Like, it was just a single narrator. It was a woman and she did it really nicely. I listened to 1.5 speed because I felt like the normal speed was too slow for me. So yeah, it was good. Let me get all the books. Seriously, I finished it. Oh god. To be able to read this series for the first time again. Honestly, as a series, I'm gonna give this 5 out of 5. Hands down. one of the best fantasy series I've ever read. It's so amazing. If you haven't read it, please read it. Like, however, if I want to speak about this book only, it's not my favorite in the series. My favorite would be these two, the second and the third book. Mainly the second book. This book was mainly about Nesta, right? I wouldn't say it was about Nesta and Cassian as well, because the main character here is Nesta. I was hating her, then I was relating to her, then I felt bad for her, then I was hating her again, then I was feeling bad again, then I understood her, then I wanted to her. Now that I have completed this, my feelings towards her is that I'm proud of her, of how far she has come. You know, my favorite characters being Farah, Rhysand, Cassian, Azriel, etc. They teach me to be a better person and be forgiving like them. So yeah, I will definitely forgive her because girlie has done many good things in the end. Okay, like she literally saved Farah and the baby and Rhysand. I'm really happy to see how she is now. But my problem with this book is that it's really, really big. Like, didn't need to be this big. Like, while I was reading it, I didn't feel like I was having too many information, unnecessary information. I didn't feel like that. However, now that I think back, I go like, instead of those information, maybe I could have more happy Nesta or good Nesta moment. See, this is the book, right? So Nesta was a character for like this much. Okay, no, maybe this much. And she started being nice or just accepting how she is and redeeming herself in about this much. I mean, we could have done a 60-40 maybe, you know what I mean? And the smut in this book, very hot, yes. But I think in the end it was just too much. Like, I don't mind it, but at the same time, as I said, instead of that, I could have had more good Nesta moment. So anyways, I don't hate Nesta anymore. I don't love her either, but I'm okay with her and I'm happy for her. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video and I hope you had fun. I literally had unfiltered reaction and I'm just really sad now that this series is over. I want to read this all over again. Not this book, I mean the whole series. Oh. But oh well. Anyways, this is the end of this reading vlog. See you again soon with some other fun videos.